search for what it is, the miracles, the mystery, and the science of healing with horses. I have a personal journey. Krisanna is actually not a horse person. I was kind of afraid to tell her this is the next documentary I wanted to do. But I was a volunteer in equine-assisted services about 15 years ago, and I still do it today. I love it, but I watched what I thought was a miracle unfold when a 7-year-old boy who was diagnosed with autism spoke his very first words when I was leading the horse, and he was in this session, and I cried, and his parents cried, and the therapist cried. And I thought, what is this magic? What is it about horses that allow humans to heal or open up in ways maybe that they never have before in their whole life? And so began the journey. So what you saw here was just a 20-minute sneak preview of what is going to unfold over the next few months. So we're obviously sharing this as a way to get people excited about what we're creating. We're also raising funds to finish the film, but it should be done by this summer. So we're really excited. We'll do one more of these that kind of focuses more on the science and actually some of the grief stories. They're really deep and profound and beautiful. So that's our intention, is by mid-August we'll have another one of these. So if you are not already following us, rescuedheartsfilm.com, and we're on Facebook and Instagram. But if you subscribe, I have a bunch of flyers with us if you want to grab one. But you'll get an email when the next one is ready, and then, of course, when the film is ready. So I've been talking too long, and I have amazing people with us. So I will do introductions, and they can come join me. Krisanna is my partner in life and partner in work, and she's the director. The beautiful cinematography that you see, and the editing, and the color correction, and the audio mastering. And, you know, on the credits, we laugh because there's going to be like 2 of us. We're a team of 2. And she's a badass. Oh, sorry, bad butt. Sorry for that. So we do these films together. We have another film that's already out there in the world on PBS, circulating the nation, and on Gaia. So millions of people are seeing our last film. As filmmakers, it's called Love Heals, by the way, if you want to check it out, lovehealsfilm.com. But we are all about spreading love, hope, and healing with the work that we are putting out into the world. We are really trying to help as many humans, and in this case, horses, as we can. So we're really excited, and thank you for taking the time to be here, and I hope that you were able to at least get the essence of what we're creating. I know it was a little bit hard to hear, so thank you for sticking with us. So Krisanna, do you want to join? She'll be on this side. Oh, she's doing photos because she can't stop working. That's what we do. So Michelle Peterson, Medicine Horse Healing, if you can come join us. So Michelle, as you saw, she was kind of towards the end. Michelle's from Cornville, Arizona, and she has been an incredible contributor to the work that we're doing and the unfolding of the horse-human connection that we've seen. We have George, I don't know how to say his last name, George B. Say it again. Brown Eyes?
Brown Eyes.
Brown Eyes, that's easy. We filmed with George as well, and all of his Mustang herd in Eckhart, Colorado. You guys can spread out if you want, or you can snuggle. You can move over. These 2 are buddies. And then we have Nishan Cook from Nishan Cook Horsemanship here in Colorado, in Parker. You guys can separate those chairs a little bit. I have to say, when people watch the sneak preview, they're just dialed into Nishan, and what he's sharing is so powerful, and the way that he works with horses is profound, all of these humans. And then I guess Krisanna's going to take the end. So Krisanna, I would like for you to share next just a little bit about the journey, the film, and just whatever you feel led to share with them, and then we'll let everybody introduce themselves.
Check 1, 2. Oh, hi. I love how you're the MC. It's so cute. This is really fun. Lisa, thanks for having us. This is a great event. She's chatting. Okay. Thanks for being here, everyone. Who had seen that before? Anyone? Okay, so a lot of you are seeing that for the first time. I'm going to put closed captions on tomorrow. Sorry if it was hard to hear. That is on our website as well, so you can watch it anytime. But I guess what I'll share is, for a while when we started this journey, I just felt kind of out of place because I was the kid who had asthma and allergies and wasn't really allowed to go outside. So then we were immersed with horses and hay and cats and all of these animals. Nishan knows. He was so gracious with us and really took care of us in 12 degrees out here in Parker in November. But yeah, my allergies were fun while we were filming. But I think what happened for me is that I've just had this incredible heart opening as we have filmed at so many places around the world. It's like without even necessarily doing the therapeutic work, something has been healing in me as I spend time around animals. And I think it's, the horses are magical, but I think also those who care for the horses also have this incredible energy about them. It's like this dance of, I don't know how to put words to it, except that I'm trying to share it as I do these edits. I'm trying to share this energy. So ultimately, we just want to create content that helps people and spreads a lot of hope and love. And we're so grateful for every person, especially these guys. Ava, we spent like an incredible amount of time.
Project Tame, Ava. We have other folks here that were involved in our filming. Thank you.
Yeah, each and every interaction has just deeply impacted me. And I think it shows me that you don't have to be a horse person to see the power of this connection, because I guess, I have a lot of theories. I'm a little bit of a skeptic, so I kind of like, I try to understand. And my theory is that horses seem to embody nature in a way that helps us see perhaps our disconnection with nature, and maybe even how we can better connect with nature or be integrated with the natural world. And there's nothing like horses, something that we'll have in the feature film. I won't stay here long, but there was this incredible moment where Dana had a session with her dad, and it was her dad's idea. Hey, why don't you film me? I'll do the session with a horse. And he heard about our film. It was early in our filming process. Anyway, stuff they hadn't talked about for her entire life, they were able to, I guess, find healing in an hour session with a horse. And their relationship has never been the same. And her dad has never been the same. And Dana's never been the same. And just talking about it is so profound, because it's like, we can film other people all day long, but this has actually been healing to us and to our families. So thank you all, for those of you who are here who do this work and believe in it and probably go into debt paying for your horse's feed and all this stuff. It matters. And I'm just so grateful that we can be part of the megaphone that elevates this story. And the stories, I think we'll be on this journey for a bit. There's so much here. But yeah, I just feel like it really is something profound. So I'm grateful to be here. Do we have a question?
So I would like for each of these wonderful humans to just do a quick intro, and then I don't know where Lisa went, but does anybody else know how these? Is it Q&A? We could do a little Q&A. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. We could do what we want. All right. So I will pass the mic, and then maybe if the three of you can just kind of share your whatever you want, your connection to us, or what the work that is that you're doing, and where people can find you. Cool. You first.
Okay. Am I going first?
Okay, but I'm gonna hand
Hi, everybody. Thank you for staring at us. Just kidding. I joke when there's a lot of vulnerability. It's just what I do. My name's Michelle Peterson. I'm from right outside of Sedona, Arizona. And speaker, okay, I'm not used to microphones. I've been around horses my whole life, and I've always seen what some might call God, love, divinity, running through nature, through horses and people, but people tend to fight against it. And I felt that as a young girl, and I could really connect my heart with horses. And with people, it was a lot harder because they'd block it. And then I could go in with a horse that was abused, because I started working with troubled horses when I was 12. I get $5 a week. And I'd open my heart, and I'd learn to understand who they were, and we'd build a relationship, and they would change. And then I would change, because I could keep my heart open and feel as deeply as I feel, which I feel a lot. I'm gonna cry. I'm trying not to cry so I can actually speak, because there's so much beauty. And so I love to connect deeply, and horses meet me there. So that's how it started, and then went to school to be a therapist, and then got into the healing arts and created a journey into the world of the horse so I could invite people into the world they've been showing me my whole life. And I believe they're completely infused with divinity, and they have a lot to show us about how to get home to our heart. So That's what I'm about. Every horse that I meet, I'm like, who are you? What's your story? What do you need? Because it's never the horse's fault. They share their story, you let them be themselves, and then they heal. Well, it's the same with people. So that's what I'm about, and I got involved with the film really early, and then I got to go on the ride with them and see all the people, and it's incredible what they've created. And there's so much heart and beauty and integral people in it. I mean, these guys just blow my mind. Well, they blow my heart open. And so it's been a really magical ride, and I have 2 really good friends now and other friends, and I'm just grateful to be a part of this, to share the heart of the horse, which I think can bring us home to a really special place, because humanity needs it, in my opinion, because they're disconnected. So that's what I'm about. I'm about the love frequency.
It's on. They say, hold a microphone like you would an ice cream cone, just don't lick it. So try not to lick it. My name's George Brown Eyes. I'm one of the 6 Mustangers here, and I'm working with a yearling Mustang over in the paddock arena, which is the next building over. I'm doing my work with my little yearling is at 4:30 this afternoon. You have time. Shameless plug. Swing on by. The 2 of us will have a lot to share. She'll have more to share than I do, because we're at that point in the conversation that she speaks horse and I understand horse, and I'm trying to help her understand human, and there's that bridge. And it's a lot easier for a human to be horse-like in the beginning until we find a common ground, and then we can move on together. So I just love the early dance with the wild horses, because they're so pure, and especially the ones that have been pulled off the range. The majority of them don't have any baggage or whatever you have. And I've always said that it's much easier to train an untrained horse than a poorly trained horse, because you have all the undos to do, and then you have to fill in the bricks and the holes and everything that we're missing to help that horse thrive in a domestic or semi-domestic environment. And that's the training aspect, but I've also kind of jumped down a lot of rabbit holes that I've never met a rabbit hole deep enough that I'm not afraid to jump down into. And I've really grabbed onto some of the heart math science. Tip of the iceberg. Heart math is showing that a horse has a bioelectric heart field of about 25 feet that surrounds them. Human has, depending on the size of the human, 5-6 foot radius. But that energy can be shared. And what I'm finding with my work is that I will cheat at home because I have 30 Mustangs, and I will herd and merge myself first, and I'll get my heart and my body rhythms in tuned with a herd before I go in and work with a horse. Now the horse is like, your ticker is the same as mine. It's smaller and not as loud, but it's beating the same. And that gives me a way in, and just, you know, this barn jacket probably hasn't been cleaned in a year, so it smells like 30 horses, so it's enticing to the horse I'm working with, and it's just using all those little things to build that better connection. Axe body wash is a horse repellent, okay, and so is Chanel No. 5, and so is hand sanitizer. Get those out of the way. You want a nice body wash that's oat-based, sage-based, juniper-based, something that smells and preferably tastes like what they're used to living in. And so it's like, it's not rocket science. I mean, I'm glad I was a rocket science. I went, oh, well, let's do all these things. And it just really helps with the connection. So where am I going with this?
You're on a George tangent.
I'm on a George tangent. Oh. So anyhow, tangent over. You've got your own microphone.
Hi.
Thank you, George.
Yes. My name is Nashan Cook. These things, this, I have a hard time talking without a question to answer. But I'm a horseman. I'm trained as a classical high school dressage rider. a lot of my work deals with a lot of like irregular movement patterns in horses and injury and the fear of pain after the injury and the courage to move again. And how that ocean is so much deeper once we dive in. And so I think that, I just create space and hold space for people and their horses, based off of the understanding that like all of us have the wherewithal to give ourselves permission to be safe. And that like that's the first step. Not knowing that you can trust yourself enough to give yourself permission to be safe.
Thank you, Michonne. Okay, so I don't know how much time we have. Where's Lisa? I feel like we're just going kind of like, rogue. It's 12. Okay, are there any quick questions? As you can see, we got Rescued Hearts merch. This is new. So we have sweatshirts. They're not for sale here, but they're on our website, rescuedheartsfilm.com. Krisanna's got one. There's a gal in the horse world named Nika. Her handle is Nika Draws Nature. She's amazing, and she is helping us fundraise. She created a custom design for Rescued Hearts to put on some merch, so we're excited about that. But if anybody has any questions, we would love to. Michelle. Oh, we have a runner. I mean, we're just taking over this place.
So besides helping you all to raise funds, how else can we help support get the film finished?
Yeah, that's such an important question. Thank you for asking. We are just looking for partnerships, and that can be anything from your organization is very aligned with what we're creating, and you would like to share the film as maybe like a virtual screening. We can do live Q&As. We are just looking for people to spread the word about Rescued Hearts film so that there's a lot of people excited to watch it when it's ready. And of course, it's not necessarily all about money. When I say partnerships, we would of course love sponsors. We have Amber Marshall from Heartland in our film. I mean, come on. This film, the truth is, this film will be seen by millions of people because PBS is excited about it. They're just waiting for it to get done because of the success of our previous film. So we've kind of broken through, and a lot of horse films don't break through. So we're so grateful that we've already paved the way, and so we can elevate people and organizations with us. And we don't have like an official sponsor or anything yet. But partnerships are everything, because we have to, all ships rise together. The work that a lot of people are doing in this space with these incredible sacred animals, the only way people are gonna really get it is if we help each other get the word out in a way that people can receive it. There's a lot of films out there, there's a lot of content, but there's something that's happening. This 20-minute sneak preview, we launched it on our website through partnerships and people that knew what we were doing. We have thousands of people in 54 countries watch what you just watched. It was unbelievable. So people are hungry for this kind of content and to understand these animals at a deeper level and how we can have that connection, the real connection, not the one out of fear, the one out of safety. And that's what matters. And so that's what we hope, is for people to just go on the journey with us, to support our film. They don't have to donate to support our film. Just feeling the energy, even when people give us beautiful comments and emails online or on social media over email, like it keeps us going. Because I'm gonna tell you, as two people making this film together, this is not always easy. There are we cry. We have a lot of moments where we're like, what are we doing? Thankfully, we don't have kids or animals. You can't even believe we don't have animals and we're making this film. But we can't, because we are traveling.
We don't even have a plant.
We don't even have a plant. You're not supposed to tell people that. We can't keep anything alive in our house except us. We're just never home. We're gone more than we're home. So we have 2 more filmings, one in Florida and one in Northern California. We recognized we had a couple small gaps in our film. We really wanted to connect with kids, and it seemed like every time we had filming planned with children, something happened. It just didn't work out, and now we found it's probably because we were waiting for the perfect place. So we have some really incredible filming coming up. I'll spare you the details. I feel like I'm just rambling. Are there any other questions? No? Yes. I'm going to get him a microphone. There we go.
So I noticed in the film itself, it was really focused on how horses can come to heal people. And based on what George and Nishan were saying, it sounds like you guys are more focused on rehabilitating horses. And I guess I was just wondering, first, will we see kind of more of both sides of that coin in the film? And do you guys really feel that horses would like to be partners with humans? And is that really kind of the ultimate goal of what you're trying to achieve here, is a two-way street, more or less, I guess?
I can speak to the film perspective, and then I'll pass it off to them. But to answer your question, yes, this is not just about the healing of the humans and our hearts. It's like this beautiful cycle of humans helping horses, helping humans, helping horses. It's like, right? Yeah. It's like unbelievable. The truth is, we went into it thinking, oh, this is about how these incredible animals help heal humans, and people that we thought also a lot of it was people that had things that needed to be healed, but don't we all? Krisanna mentioned my dad. He's not a veteran, he doesn't have a disability, he doesn't have, he's not on the spectrum of any kind, but he has a heart. And when that horse and my dad got together, ooh, I can't wait for people to see that. It was unbelievable. And then we met people who are helping these incredible animals in ways that just blew our minds, and we were like, wait a minute, what creates this partnership? We're helping each other. So yes, if either of you want to add anything to that.
Yeah, it's a 360 degree, and it's probably more than 3 dimensions as far as how blended things get between human and horse, horse and human, and even herd and a group of humans together. That to grow you need to heal, and to heal you need to grow. It's kind of that same, goes both ways. I believe when you get down to the essence of everything, the greatest thing horses are going to bring to us, they helped us build civilization. We would be nowhere without the horse. Prior to the steam engine, nowhere without the horse. It's also the only animal spoke of in heaven is the horse. The horses are asking one thing and helping us to become better as humans so horses can have a better world moving forward. They want us to be authentically kind, period, 2 words. When you're authentically kind, everything else is possible. If you're faking it, you ain't gonna buy it. Or if you got some huge agenda, you ain't gonna buy it. But if you're authentically kind, whether it be to a 1-day-old filly or a 36-year-old mare, anywhere on the spectrum, that horse is going to benefit from you, and you're going to benefit from the horse. It truly is a symbiotic relationship.
I'm a servant of both. I think that horses hold us in ways that we don't realize, and we're sometimes in the lives of horses for reasons that we don't know. And I think that just being able to sit with yourself inside of that space with another creature and not need to demand anything, ask them how you can help, what do they want, and understand that that question is an invitation instead of a demand. I think that what is really important for me is understanding the value of no as a complete sentence. And that everything that breathes has the ability to do that. And like sometimes if say you go to reward a horse, acknowledge their effort and pat them on the head and they pull their head away, that's a no. And if you honor that, not even respect it, but if you honor that, like they know they can trust you and will stop pulling away. So it's understanding that like boundaries are soft until they can't be soft anymore. And when they can't be soft anymore, it's usually because of pain of some sort. And understanding how not being afraid of pain is is sometimes the most honest voice that they can give us. And that we don't project our own shit on them. That's a huge responsibility, and it's a very, very, very hard discipline. Kindness, it's that ability to love another like yourself, and in that space, always recognizing that that's not always gonna feel good if it's out of the best interest of the other. Your no means yes, your no is no too, right? And there's that establishment of boundaries, there's that mutual consideration, and there's this acknowledgement and agreement that has to happen and be understood that like we can't hurt each other with our power. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what love, that's where it starts for me, in that space. Did that answer your question? Okay.
Thank you, Nishan. I feel really emotional because this is why we're doing this. This isn't just going to help humans. It's going to help horses and humans and relationships and ourselves. It's going to take us on a journey. That's my hope. So we've been given the time's up by Lisa. So thank you for keeping us on track. Krisanna and myself, as well as these lovely folks, will go in the back to clear out the space. We have flyers that have QR codes and our website, and if you want to ask us any questions personally, we'll meet you back there. And thank you for coming.
I was just going to add one thing.
Oh,
can I add one thing?
And we'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, and we'll be here
same
tomorrow.
time, same place. Go.
I just wanted to add, I think this is so beautiful because I think as I hear all of this, it makes me feel like maybe no one is separate. Like maybe humans are not separate from horses, they're not separate from dogs, they're not, like maybe we're all just one with nature. And so thank you for being one with us in this space. And I look forward to chatting more and however we can